Going on, team? All right, so like I said yesterday, again, I just kind of want to turn the stream on, go over the pairs, see what's left for the day, talk about it, and go on from there. So this session really shouldn't be that long. I went through the pairs earlier in the morning at like 4 a.m., 4:30, and didn't really see anything left, right? So like what we were explaining on AUD USD in last night's trading session, right? 7 p.m. What do we say? Yo, this looks like it could be a nice shoulder head shoulder, and all we're looking for is either for price to give us a valid break, right? And then a potential pullback to into our engulfing candle, or we're gonna get a inducement of the low. So what do we get? We got the inducement of the low. Price came back up, it tapped into our engulfing. Now the only downside, and let me recalculate before I say that because that's what I didn't do yesterday. 49 minus 33% is 32 pips. Right? Have we done STP? That's the number one thing. Right? We've done 30 pips out of 32. So right now we're still in the clear. Now, the only thing I don't like about AU, the only thing I don't like about this position, right? There's two things I don't like about this position. The number one thing being we are still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. Right? So technically speaking, are we still trading in an uptrend? Yes. The second thing I don't like about this position is the fact that we have an entry model. Once again, what is the entry model that we have on AUD USD currently? The entry model that we have, there's two of them. We have the shoulder head shoulder, which is a bearish entry model, and we also have a 30-minute engulfing candle, a bearish 30-minute engulfing candle. Now, hey, but you have a bearish engulfing and you have a shoulder head shoulder. Why are you not taking the trade? Why? Because in order for the shoulder head shoulder to be a valid entry model, you want to see price give you a break of structure of the first shoulder that was created. Did we get a valid break? No, we got the inducement. So I already know off the bat, this entry that we have here is low probability. The market already gave us an inducement. Again, like we were explaining yesterday, guys, what we were explaining last night. The charts, the market, they speak to us. They have their own language, right? And the language of the charts is candlestick analysis, right? That's one of the major things you have to understand. Already understanding that the charts gave us an inducement, it gave us an exhaustion candle, right? Look how many times we've tapped into these lows. What does that tell me? That tells me that price isn't ready to trade yet, right? So understanding that, yes, even though our entry model is showing up on the charts, the market is already telling us that we're not ready to go down yet. If price would have given us a valid break and then a retest, then I would have been a lot more comfortable taking this trade. Right? This trade right now, this is a C trade, a C plus. Why is it a C? Because it's a 50-50 trade. If you get into this position, you have a 50% chance that price is going to go into your direction, and you have a 50% chance that price is going to go straight into stop loss. Because there is no confirmation at this moment. Again, what is a shoulder head shoulder? This is another thing you guys need to remember. Can I please? Thank you. Right? A shoulder head shoulder is just another version of a zone of consolidation. Right? Once you understand that as well, now it gets more crystal clear. Why? Because now you know, in order for you to take a trade in a zone of consolidation, what do you want to see? You either want to see an inducement of the highs to go short, or you wanted to see price give you a valid break of structure. Have we gotten either of those two? No. So again, getting into this position right now is a 50-50 gamble. It's a low probability trade. So let's go to the next one. right? AUD CAD, similar situation. The only difference is that this shoulder head shoulder is not really a valid shoulder head shoulder. We can still see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And we're back here, right? At this moment, this is another trade. This is another position that what did we want to see? And STP's already been hit too for ACAD, right? What did we want to see that we marked up yesterday? We wanted to see the change and we wanted to see a break. We didn't get it. So right now we don't have any confirmations that price is going to turn around to continue the downtrend push. Once again, we are still trading between higher high, higher low, and then price gave us a fat move to the top side. Gave us all the higher highs to the top side. We're still in an uptrend. And again, same thing we explained yesterday. Why are we looking for short positions when price is still making higher highs and higher lows? Doesn't make any sense, right? So STP's been hit. We're still on an uptrend. We're still making higher high, higher highs, right? And we still don't have that 5-minute BOS. So AUD CAD, we're going to skip over it. Good morning, Mr. Agent. Welcome, my brother. Euro AUD. And again, guys, what I'm doing right now is pretty much just going through each and every pair, see what's left for the day, see which ones have hit STP, which ones have hit ADR, and which ones are left for the day so we can start looking for entries. Euro AUD, same thing I said yesterday. I'm not trading EA. Why? I don't trade counter trend, right? EA is a pair that's in an overall uptrend, and we are still trading lower low, lower high, lower low. Price gave us a lower high point, and it looks like price wants to continue back down. So again, what I'm waiting for on EA before I take a trade is for the structure to turn around to start making higher highs and higher lows. So EA, not going to trade it. ECAD, STP has been hit already. Let's redo the calculation on this one. 66 minus 33% is 44. Right, we did what? 44 off flat, right? Yeah, we did 44 pips already. So ECAD is already done for the day. EU, what are we doing? Moving sideways. Again, another zone of consolidation. So what am I going to do? Nothing. Nothing. Right, 64 pips. 64 minus 33% is 42 pips. What do we do for the day? 50. Right, so EU's another one. Done. Not trading it. Zone of consolidation. GA, we're in peak high territory, still making lower lows and lower highs. GA is done. I'm not even trading GA. GCAD, 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, we're expecting price to either move sideways or go down. We went up. STP has been hit for the day already. Not even going to bat an eye on GCAD. Turn it off. GJ gave us ADR for the day, right? There was news last night at 4:30. Crazy candle, right? One candle made 168 pips, right? One candle gave us STP for the day. So GJ's already done. We'll come back to this tonight. GU, 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down. We know that there's a gap in the market. It resets the trend. Could price continue to push to the top side? Absolutely. Where are we with GU? We're at the top of the 4-hour highs. We're at the top of the 30-minute highs. We're at the top of the zone of consolidation, right? So there's two things I want to see here. I either want to see price give us a break of structure, the retest into the gap that we have on the 30-minute time frame, or I want to see price give me a pullback, fill the gap to then continue back to the top side. But right now where the market is on GU, where price is at, no need to trade it. No need to trade it. NZD USD, similar to AU. What do we have? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Right? We know that this is a pair that's in an overall downtrend. We are still making higher high, higher low, and higher high. So what are we going to trade here, guys? Nothing. Overall structure is on a downtrend. But right now, internal time frame is giving us what? Higher highs, higher lows. So what do we have to wait for? We have to wait for the valid breaks below our shoulder, head, shoulder. Give me the break, and then I'll start looking to take those trades. Right now, there's nothing to trade. Right now, there's nothing to trade on NU. Gonna turn it off. Let's go back to EU. I want to see how price is reacting. We're still sitting there. Okay. And again, guys, like I said yesterday, I wanted to turn the stream on just so you guys could see exactly how it is that I approach the charts. As soon as I wake up, this is what I'm looking at. Gay, what's good, Kendall? Good morning, my brother. Right, I'm showing you guys exactly how it is that I approach the charts. Why? Because now it gives you guys a little bit of clarity. Like, yo, this guy's really not doing nothing crazy. All I'm looking for is, are we trending? And have we hit STP or ADR? That's the only thing I'm doing. And there's nothing out of the world. You're looking at ADR up here, 572 pips. You have the lines for you. STP, you guys already know the calculation. 572 minus 33% is STP. And all you're doing is looking, okay, have we done 370 pips yet? No, we haven't. Okay, cool. So US 30 is still tradable. Right? But we know that US 30 is a 930 pair, and I'm not even going to be here for that. So I can't even speak about US 30. STP hasn't been done, or hasn't been hit. ADR hasn't been hit. You know, we could potentially still look for an entry on US 30 going into the 930 session. That's when I'll be expecting price to move. Right? We already know USD CAD, USD ZAR. I'm not trading them right now, so we're just going to skip through it. Golds, we already hit ADR. Right? We're very close to ADR. STP's already been hit. There's nothing for me to trade here. We're still making higher high, higher low, higher high. Gonna let price do what it has to do at this point. Come back tonight. Right, Bitcoin, I'm also not trading it. Just want to see what price is doing. Oil, another pair that's very fucking ugly right now. Right, we know that right now, 30-minute time frame, we're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. It gave us a little shoulder head shoulder, never gave us the break, and it came back to the top side. So right now for oil, do we have any confirmations that price wants to go down? No. We don't have no confirmation with oil that price wants to go down. So what do we got to do? Just got to wait. Just have to wait. Wait for price to turn around. Wait for price to start downtrending. And then start taking the trades. Again, it's very simple for me, guys. It's very, very simple. I'm not trying to chase something that's not there yet. You know, could we talk about what we're expecting and what we're speculating price to do, and could we assume what could happen? Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. You guys see me doing that all the time. All the time. However, just because you're expecting something to happen doesn't mean get into the trade right away. It's the same thing with life. Right? If you walk around in life and you're expecting things from people, right, and those people don't meet your expectations, you're going to be really upset. It's the same thing on the charts. If you're expecting something to happen and your action, you make an action that is because of something that you were expecting, and what you were expecting doesn't happen, you go straight into stop loss. So again, I don't react on the charts based on what I'm expecting to happen. No. I react on the charts based on what's happening. It's that simple. If what's in front of me doesn't make sense, again, and I'll use the example that I used last night. If we are in an overall downtrend and market structure is still making higher highs and higher lows, why the fuck would I get into a trade? I'm going to wait it out. I'm expecting price to go short, yes, because overall in the daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, we're in an overall downtrend. But on the 30-minute, we're still making higher highs and higher lows. Yes, in the next couple days, next couple weeks, next couple months, I'm expecting price to give me a downtrend push. However, in order for me to start acting, in order for me to start getting into those short positions, on the 30-minute time frame, I need to see lower lows and lower highs. And right now, price is still making higher highs and higher lows. So why would I put myself in a short position when market structure is still making higher highs and higher lows? It doesn't make any sense. So oil is another pair. We're gonna skip right through it. Right, and oil, and we could already see there's really not a lot of things to trade left. We still got AU, but again, AU already gave us a confirmation that price is not gonna go short. It already gave us an inducement. The market already told us we're not ready to go down yet. Cool. Let price do what it has to do. I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush. Right? And then silver already hit ADR. As soon as the market opened, went straight up to ADR. So that's already donezo for the day. Right? So again, as you guys could see, it's very simple. I wake up on a Tuesday, there's nothing to trade. Yo, alright, yo, we'll be back again tonight. This really isn't nothing out of this world. Is it boring in these market conditions? Absolutely. These market conditions suck. The last 2-3 weeks, the only thing that we've been able to trade is US 30 because it's a NYC pair, right? And it's a true NYC pair where it's very rare for price to move as soon as the market's open. But in the last 2-3 weeks, we've seen that as soon as the market's open, price is just moving. And again, we understand that these current market conditions, things that are going on worldwide, this isn't a regular market. We're not trading within regular market hours. We're not trading, with regular market volume. There's nothing regular about what's going on right now on the charts. On every single pair, it doesn't matter what you're trading, right? So with that being said, also as a trader, you have to be able to realize that. You have to be able to realize like, okay, this is what's going on in the market and this is why. So you have to be a little bit more cautious when you start taking trades, and you have to be just a little bit more strict on your rules before you take trades. Because again, right now Trump could wake up and say whatever and the market is going to go crazy. Parabolic. He doesn't care. He's just going to say whatever he needs to say. Right? And vice versa. Anything could happen with Russia and Iran and Ukraine and Venezuela. There's so many things going on worldwide right now that affect the market. So we just have to be patient. Again, look at our rules, apply our rules on the charts. If our rules are being followed, we take the trade. Right? If our rules aren't being followed, even if it's one single rule that's not being followed, do not take the trade. Because you're going from taking an A plus setup down to a C, a D, a 50-50 trade that you really didn't need to risk that. You really didn't need to put your account at risk. Just taking a trade because you're bored or because, oh, I have nothing else to do, I might as well take a trade. No. Again, you're a trader. Your job is to trade. As a trader, your job is to make money. Is your job to make money or to lose money? Yeah, as far as I know, as a trader, my job is to make money. And right now, there is no opportunity to make money. So I'm hands off. Right? The only pair that's left for the day is US 30. And again, is because it's an NYC pair. STP ADR hasn't been hit. I'm not expecting volume to hit until 8:30, maybe 9:30 in the morning, right? Or maybe 8:30, and we know for sure 9:30 in the morning we're gonna get some volume. Now, where is price gonna go? Again, that's what we don't know. Because look how price has reacted in the last 2-3 days. We go straight up, we go straight down, we go straight up with no pullbacks. It's just as soon as the market's open, we're going in one direction. As soon as the market's open, we go into one direction. As soon as the market's open, we go into one direction. Right? Today has been the only day where the market opened, we went one direction, and now at the end of London, going into the pre-market of the NYC session, we're going back down. Today's the first day out of the last 3 days that price has done that. So we want to be patient. We have no confirmation of entries. We don't have no type 1, type 2, type 3 patterns. We don't have nothing. We don't have no shoulder head shoulder. We don't have no engulfing candles. Price is just moving. Right? There's nothing on the chart right now on US 30 that tells me that something is going to happen. I have nothing on US 30 right now. There is no confirmation. Right? So right now your question should be, okay, When US 30 looks like this, what's your approach? Right? My approach is to wait for the 930 open. The 930 open is going to tell us everything we need to know. Either price is going to go straight down or straight up into STP or ADR, or we might get an inducement, and after the inducement, we already know we could take the opposite trade after the inducement. So right now for US 30, we just got to be patient. Right? We could sit here and argue too and say that this is a little internal shoulder head shoulder, and if that's the case, then again, cool. What do we already know what we're looking for. We're looking for price. Before we take a trade, what are we looking for? We're looking for price to break these lows. So, and again, very similar with AU. Right? Oh, we have a shoulder head shoulder. We have an engulfing candle. Look how price is reacting. Already coming back to your entry if you took the trade. Why? Because we already know even though we have a shoulder head shoulder going short, even though we have a bearish engulfing candle, what are we still doing? Higher high, higher low, and higher high. Still making higher highs and higher lows. On the shoulder head shoulder, price gave you the inducement of the low and never gave you a valid break. So again, you already know that these entries are low probability. You have a high chance of price going straight to stop loss. There is no confirmation on AU right now. So again, guys, I hope that really made sense. Again, I really just wanted to turn the stream on early in the morning here so you guys could see how I approach the charts. So you guys could see that what we talked about last night, I approach the charts the same way every single day. There's nothing new. I don't do no rocket science. I'm not that trader that's going to start forcing trades. There's no need. There's no need. And again, that's the biggest reason why you see that I have such a high win rate. Because I follow my rules. I know what works and I know what doesn't work. Not because I have an ego. No. Because if you go into my trading view and you go through every single pair that I trade, you guys see that I have notes. If you come to my house, you will see that I have 6 composition notebooks filled with notes and back testing. I have all of that. I have notes. I have my trading journal. I have my notes written down on TradingView, my drawings. Everything is there for the last, we're in 2026. I started really doing it in 2021. So for the last 5 years, everything I'm saying is not based on what I feel or what I think. You never hear me say, oh, I think this is what's going to happen. No. I draw out the possibilities. This is what's going to happen if this happens, and this is what's going to happen if this happens. Right or wrong? Again, we spoke about AU last night before the shoulder head shoulder was even printed. You guys just seen in real time how fucking accurate everything that I've been saying for the last 4 years really is. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. And this isn't me, bragging. This isn't me trying to be like, oh, I'm better. No. This is me showing you guys like I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this. The information that I'm giving you guys is serious information. It's information that you need to know in order to have a good win rate, in order for you to be profitable, in order for you to be a real full-time trader. Not a Mickey Mouse character online on social media, not a person that needs to rely on selling courses, not a guy that needs to rely on selling affiliate codes. I don't need none of that. I'm a trader. That's what I'm trying to help you guys do and understand. Guys, if you want to be full-time traders and you really want to be profitable, you need to know the rules of the game. Once you understand the rules of the game, it gets super simple. When I first started learning how to trade, when I first started trading, I used to be so nervous and so anxious and oh, my stomach, I have to go take a shit, I have to go take a piss. Go ask E in the chat. Go ask E in the Discord chat. Yo, is this true that he used to be nervous? And you guys see, I just took 20 minutes to go through every single pair, explain what I'm looking at and why. And I already know whether or not I'm going to have a good trading day. That's all it takes. When I update my charts by myself, if it's not with the isolation session or the weekly market breakdown, I update my charts in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and I'm already ready for the next day. Yes, sir, keeping it simple is the best way. It's the best way and the only way, man. It's the best way and the only way. I've been trading for half a decade, and technically it's been a little bit longer. Because again, I did start, technically speaking, I did start learning how to trade. I just didn't take it serious because I was still in high school. I was playing baseball. I was doing the entrepreneurship club. I was building my own business. I was competing in gaming as well at that point. So technically speaking, I did start learning how to trade in 2017. So technically, it's almost been a decade. However, again, I don't really count it because I didn't take it serious enough. And I was on and off. But I was that, again, even though I didn't take it serious because I just didn't have the time, best believe my first period class in high school was my entrepreneurship class. And that was my favorite class. And before we even started doing anything, my first 30 minutes, because that class was about 2 hours, my first 30 minutes in that class was on the charts. And shout out Mr. Dinacola, man. There is one thing he told me one time when he saw me on the charts. Because I've known him for a very long time because my brother went to the same high school and my brother's a couple years older than me. So not only that, I was a star student in that class. Loved that class, yo. I loved him too. He came up to me while on the charts. He's like, "Damn, yo." And he's a trader too, but he does, he's an older guy, so he does long-term um investments and all that. He was like, "Yo, you're gonna be that one student that we're gonna read on online or on the newspapers." Like, that's damn right, man. So technically speaking, I've been trading since 2017. But again, I didn't start taking it serious until 2020, 2021. So, any questions, guys? Let me know. Again, I'm here for you guys. If there's really no questions, then you guys already know what I'm looking at. Again, I'm not looking to take any trades today. I'm pretty much done on the charts. The only thing left to trade would be US 30, but again, I'm not going to be active on my computer at that time. So if there's no questions, then we're pretty much done for the day. And then again, you guys could keep an eye on AU if you want, but you guys already see how this is. Price is already going back into break even if you ended up taking this trade on the engulfing candle. We have no breaks of the shoulder head shoulder. We have no confirmations that price is going to go short. So again, I ask you guys the question. Even though you have a bearish engulfing candle, even though you have a bearish fair value gap, even though you have a bearish order block, even though you have a bearish turtle soup or whatever the fuck it is that you're trading, right? Market structure is still higher high, higher low. So why would you take a short position when market structure is still on an uptrend? Outside of market structure being on an uptrend, you also had a pattern on the chart, a shoulder head shoulder, which is a bearish confirmation. And what did price do with the bearish confirmation? It gave you an inducement. It never gave you a valid break. It already gave you the inducement, which also tells you that price is not ready to go down. So I ask you guys the question again. Why would you go into a short position when the market already gave you an inducement? The market is already telling you we're not going to go down yet. Market is already telling you that. So why would you get into that position? It doesn't make any sense. Right? So again, I hope that makes sense. If you need me to explain anything else, let me know. I'll give you guys another 5 minutes in the chat. But again, I'm already done trading for the day. It's that simple for me. Right, woke up at 6:30, got on the computer by 7 a.m. I already know whether or not I'm gonna make money today, and I'm unfortunately not gonna make no cash today. Pretty simple. I'm learning to keep it pretty simple too now that I've been getting better with applying the information. Good job, bro. Thank you, Mr. Adrian. But I hope you're talking to him though. I feel like simplicity is the last step. Hedge the position, man. Nah, simplicity really is the last step, yo. Because again, let's put it in perspective, right? Let's say that we would have gotten a valid break, right? And price comes into the engulfing candle. Yo, you think I'm opening a fucking 50-cent lot? You think I'm opening a $1 lot? Hell no. Yo, we got the confirmation that we need in order to know that price is gonna fucking fly. Right? We got the confirmation that price is gonna go straight into STP with this order. Right? Like we already have all those confirmations. Right? This would be a position where, 2, 3 years ago I would take it and be like, all right, instead of risking, 5%, 3%, I'm only gonna risk 0.5. I'm only gonna risk 1% because I know it's a bullshit trade. But like everyone else online, right? Oh, I'm just gonna take the trade. Fuck it, cause my double top appeared on the chart. Right? How many traders you think are in this position? Because this is a double top here, and this is the break and retest, and this is the last green candle before the push down to the bottom. Right? How many traders you think are in this position? So many. So many. As a matter of fact, go into damn, what's that my FX book? Go into my FX book. My FX book has the stats. AUD USD. 96% of traders are going short. There's 23,670 positions of traders going short. Long positions, 4% of traders, 1,819. Again, like I don't speak fucking bullshit. So right now, when the market structure is making higher highs and higher lows, right now, when price is in a zone of consolidation and gave us an inducement of the low, right now, when price gave us a bearish shoulder head shoulder and the market gave us an inducement of the low, there is still, let's go take a look again, 23,670 fucking traders still in a short position when the market already gave you fucking a million confirmations that price is not ready to go down yet. Yo, but what do I know about the chart? Yo, I just be speaking just to spaz out. You know what I mean? Like that's all it is. I don't speak facts. So again, this goes to show you like trading is very simple, but it's only simple if you understand the rules to the game. That's all it is. If you don't understand the rules to the game, it's a very difficult fucking game to play. It's just like chess. If you don't understand the rules of the chessboard, how are you expecting to win? Same thing with Call of Duty. If you don't understand the rules of the game, if you don't understand the spawn system, if you don't understand the rotations of the hills, if you don't understand why you're using the gun that you're using with the attachments that you're using, if you don't understand the movement of the game, it's gonna be very difficult for you to fucking win. Right? I'll use Mr. Adrian as an example. If you're a fucking doctor and you have no clue where the heart is, how are you gonna be a doctor without knowing where the heart is? Hello? Why are you a doctor? Same thing as a trader, right? Like, how are you calling yourself a trader but you don't know the rules to the game? The way you're gonna kill a patient on the table is the same way you're gonna fucking kill your trading account. You're gonna go poor. That damn night, yeah, yo, I fucking hate that piece. I still don't know what that motherfucker be doing. Straight to stop loss if you took this bullshit trade. Ah, maybe, yo. I don't know, but I don't know nothing about trading, yo. It's not like I don't spend, I don't spend anymore. It's not like I haven't spent the last fucking 6 years of my life, 14, 16 hours a day on the stupid ass charts, yo. Fuck ass charts. It's not like I don't know a little something about the charts at this point, yo. Fuck. Yo, how many fucking traders you think, oh, it's a double top, it's a double top, let's take the trade. We need to go down because price has been going up. You know, same shit Big Timer said yesterday that kind of pissed me off. Like, yo, you're you're too talented of a fucking of a person, and you're too talented of a trader to be fucking telling me like, well, silver eventually has to go down, so I'm just gonna open up a position and fuck it. Like, yo, come the fuck on, dude. You can't just be saying that shit. You have to have a fucking reason as to why you took the trade, not just because, we're so high, price has to give us a pullback eventually. And he said that shit before the market fucking opened. So somewhere in this area, it's like, brother, just continue to look at the market structure. It gave you a change of character, it gave you a break of structure, you know it's gonna continue. ADR STP has been hit, then price just fucking reversed on you and it gave you a rise knowing that. You already know you're expecting a fourth day push back to the top side. It's that simple. What are we still doing? Higher high, higher low, higher high. This was just a pullback. This was just price making. Again, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And what is price doing? Oh my god, is magic, yo. Maybe price might give us another higher high point. Maybe price might give us an inducement of these highs. Yo, maybe, just maybe. But I don't know. I don't think I know what I'm talking about, really. Maybe we should just get into these short positions and call it a day because we're too high. Right? Price is too high for silver. Same thing with gold. What are we doing? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Yo, maybe it's only two things that could happen. Either price is gonna give us another higher high point, or just maybe price is gonna give us an inducement of these highs. To do what? To then go down. Like, this shit's not a guessing game. I'm not over here telling you guys, yo, get into a buy position because we're too low. It has to go up now. Yo, get into a short position. It's too high. It has to go down now. I'm giving you guys the fucking recipe every single time we're on the goddamn charts. We're either looking for a break of structure to continue these highs, especially because we're in the daily highs, the 4-hour highs, and the 30-minute highs, or we're gonna wait for an inducement to happen. And once we get the inducement, we go down to the 1 minute, the 5 minute time frame, and we start looking for lower lows and lower highs. And once we see that, once we have the confirmation that the trend has shifted from an uptrend to a downtrend, that's when you take the fucking trade. You have the gaps at the bottom of the market. Yo, this is a big ass pair. Look, higher high, higher low, higher high. We still haven't gotten a valid break. But let's say that we have the change of character and the break of structure and our entry is here. That's a 780 pip move that we're going to be catching. I'm not talking about like fucking Wix9 on YouTube that catches 2 pips and he's. Oh, we're talking about we're catching the move of the day. We know exactly where price is gonna go before it happens. It's our job as a trader to be present on the charts when the move is given to then take that entry. Like, I don't know how much clearer this has to be for you guys. I really don't. Like, this goes back into what we were talking about yesterday. Straight to fucking stop loss if you took this bullshit ass trade. Why? Because again, shoulder head shoulder. Number one thing, what are we making? Higher high, higher low, higher high. Why the fuck are you in a short position when market structure is still on an uptrend? The number two reason why this is such a bullshit trade. A shoulder head shoulder. Price gave you an inducement of the shoulder head shoulder. It never gave you a break. There's no confirmation that price is going to turn around and start the downtrend. The third reason why this is such a bullshit trade. On top of the fact that you have the shoulder head shoulder, a shoulder head shoulder is just another version of a zone of consolidation. Before you take a trade in a zone of consolidation, what do you want to see? You want to see a valid break. And what did we get? An inducement. That's three confirmation that price is telling you price is not going to go down. You're taking short positions when the market is still uptrending. You still have uptrend confirmation. The market is still making uptrending tendencies. It doesn't matter what you see. Again, it's the same thing with the engulfing candles. Why the fuck are you taking a position going short when the market is still giving you uptrend confirmations? It doesn't matter if you're trading double tops. Oh, it's a double top with a break, the neckline. I'm gonna get the retest. How are you taking a double top, M formation downtrend pattern when market structure is still making higher highs and higher lows? But again, 23,670 motherfuckers who are quote unquote traders are in these short positions, and price just went straight to fucking stop loss. Yo, do you understand that? Like, I wish that I was making these numbers up. That's why I pulled this shit up for you guys. Trading is very fucking simple. But it's only simple if you understand the rules of the game. If you do not understand the rules of the game, you're gonna be just like everyone else. You're gonna be just like these 23,000 other people who took this bullshit ass trade. Because they don't understand the rules of the game. They don't understand that just because they saw an order block, just because they saw a fair value gap, I'm taking the trade. Just because I saw a double top, I'm taking the trade. I've told you guys this millions of times before. Go and do your own back testing. In the last 2 months, go do 2 months worth of back testing on the 30-minute time frame. How many double bottoms and how many double tops have been printed? And out of the double bottoms and double tops that's been printed, how many of them won and how many of them lost? And then you start realizing, okay, why did this double bottom work and why did this double bottom not work? And you start looking at the differences. And that's when trading is going to be crystal clear to you that, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't take a double top. Maybe I shouldn't take a M formation downtrend pattern when market structure is still fucking making higher highs and higher lows. Yo, it doesn't take Albert Einstein to come to the charts and tell you that information. It's very fucking simple. It's pattern recognition and it's understanding. Okay, if price is making higher highs and higher lows, I should only be looking for what? Uptrend moves. When price is making lower lows and lower highs, I should only be looking for what? Downtrend moves. It's that simple. You go to fucking YouTube and you type in Forex market structure one-on-one training, and they're going to draw it out for you with a path tool. Higher high and higher low, lower low and lower high, or a zone of consolidation. That is the number one information that everybody knows how to say. But guess what? Everybody knows about it, right? You guys might think like, oh, this guy thinks we're fucking stupid and we don't know what higher high and higher low is. Okay. Well, if you're not stupid, why the fuck did you take a short position when price was making higher highs and higher lows? Please explain that one to me. Please, dude. Please, explain it to me. I need somebody to come into the chat and fucking tell me why the fuck 26,000 people took a trade going short when price was still making higher highs and higher lows. Please. I took a long during Asia and gold. Price went to fill the gap on the opening. Waited 1 minute, change of character BOS and target STP. That's fire. That's fire. Because you already know too. Right? The only thing that was missing here was for price to fill this gap, but that's okay. Right? You know that price was still making the higher high, higher low. It gave you the higher low. Right? Gave you these exhaustion candles, and then on the internal time frame, you have a change of character, break of structure, and then it went straight to STP. It's a beautiful trade. Right? You had the change that happened here. You had the break. The break gave you the confirmation here. It gave you the retest. It stayed on this retest for a little bit, right? Pretty much from 11 p.m. till 1 in the morning, right on the 800 EMA, and then it went straight into STP. Beautiful trade. Make a video on it. They could feel price They could feel price go lower. Yo, no, me too, bro. I could feel that. I could feel that price is gonna go lower than here, man. Now, yo, you know what my problem is? I can't, yo. Like, as much as I would love to make a video, yo, I feel like I just gotta be in the right mental state to do it. If I make a YouTube video of me crashing out the way that I just did now on the stream, I just think about it. Yo, we have 5 people on the stream, right? What was it, 4 or 5 people? Supposedly. As soon as I start crashing out, somebody leaves. Why? Because they feel some type of way. And like at the end of the day too, that's why I'm so hard on you guys. And that's why like at the end of the day, I don't mean to be an asshole and I don't mean to sound like I'm crashing out. But at the end of the day, if as a trader, if you can't take the truth, then you shouldn't be trading. Because trading is such a fucking difficult thing. There's so much information you need to know. There's a type of way that you need to be able to approach the charts. And if me telling you the truth hurts your feelings, then you shouldn't be a trader. You shouldn't be, because I'm not going to hold your hand. Again, I'll be here the same way I'm here for all of you guys. I say I'm not going to hold your hand, but realistically speaking, I do a pretty good job at holding your hand, crossing the street, making sure that you're safe. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just not that type of person, right? And, you know, the biggest difference too, we're all fucking grown. We're all fucking adults. Your ass hurts that I'm fucking telling you the truth and you're a grown ass man or a grown ass woman. My bad. You shouldn't be here then. Go play with Barbies. Like go do something else. Go find another job. Like go ahead. Cause if what I'm telling you and I'm telling you facts, if that shit hurts your feelings, then yo, my bad. So sad. Go find somebody else to go teach you. Go figure out where these other 26,000 people found their information and go take that trading session. Go look for go look for their mentor. Taking long positions or taking short positions when price is still making higher highs and higher lows. Yo, please go ahead. Go look for their mentor and let me know how that goes for you in the next 2 3 years. Like yo, I don't know, bro. Like you know that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm just not really. I don't want to do long form content because my long form content is this 47-minute stream that we've been doing, and all the information is here. And it's like I'm not gonna sit there on a long. I can't contain myself from crashing out and calling out these people because it's unfair for everybody. That's just how it is. And again, I wish I was lying. Cause then somebody would be able to tell me like, yo, you're crashing out for no reason. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yo, but when I speak and I pull out facts every single time, when I draw something out on the chart and then 12 hours later we hop back on the chart and it's exactly what I said, how can anybody be upset with me? How can you be upset at somebody that's telling you the truth? How? It doesn't make any sense. So it's one of those things where, you know, I really don't want to do those long form content because I know the backlash that I'm gonna get if they end up blowing up. I know the shit. Yo, best believe I know exactly how my timeline is gonna look. And not that I give a fuck. But imagine if the TJR army people, whatever the fuck they call themselves, imagine if they saw my stream yesterday of me talking shit about their beloved TJR. Right? And it's no hate. Again, I have no hate towards these people. I admire what they do outside of trading. I love what they do on social media. Again, I said it yesterday. I follow him on social media because he's fucking hilarious. But as a trader, when we're being serious about what we do, I can't take him serious, yo. The same way I can't take a handful of these other traders serious. I just can't. So it's And I'm not here to talk. It's not even about, because I also talk about these other traders like Wix9 and all this. Like for that shit's just me clowning the situation, which is again a real person who doesn't have over 100K in their account. They're not gonna be able to trade gold the way that these other guys trade, and that's okay, because at the end of the day, let's say that that's your skill and that's your trading approach. At the end of the day, with a good strategy, you learn a good strategy, you will be able to make that type of money. It might take you a couple years, right, to get your account to where you need it to be, right? And it might not even take you that long because you have access to prop accounts and everything else, right? So trading the way they trade, catching 2 pips on gold with a $90 lot, it's possible if you have the account size for it, and it's very easy to get access to that account size now with prop firms. But and it's a whole different approach is scalping. you know it's cool what they do. I don't trade that way. I don't really care for it, so I can't clown them on what they do when it comes to their trading approach. um Same shit with Don Vo. I can't clown him. I posted on Discord, bet, right? All I know about Don Vo is that as soon as he started trading other people's money, he lost $350,000 worth of other people's money. That's all I know about Don Vo. Haven't heard from him since. So, again, like, shout out to these people for being able to make the type of money that they make on social media. Like, it really is hats off to them. Super jealous about that. I wish I could do that. And I've been on social media since what, 2011? Very, very long time, and I still haven't hit that mark. Even while I was competing, and I was really posting content every single day, and people knew who I was. But for some reason, some things aren't meant for some people, and this is probably why. Imagine me crashing out and I had 200, 300, 1,000 people watching. My face would be all over social media right now. Everybody would be hating on me. So maybe it's good for a good reason as to why I haven't hit that mark. So, I wish that I was talking shit, man. I really wish that I was just here, just lying to you guys. But clearly, as you could see, oh man, clearly, as you guys could see, like, all I do is speak facts, which is unfortunate, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful trade. But that's pretty much it, team. Again, any questions? Anything else you guys want me to go over? Tonight we'll talk about this again tonight. You'll hear me crash out about this situation again later tonight. So I'm gonna keep it drawn out just like that, and we can see that US 30 even before 8:30, right? It's 7:30, and price is just giving us so much volume. So that's pretty much it for me today, guys. I'm not really gonna be trading anything else. I'm not gonna be not gonna be looking for anything else. Was it legit or BS? No, it was a good trade. That's why I was explaining it just. Damn, I just turned the chart off. That's why when you first typed it in, I went over it on the 1 minute. Right, you had to change, you had to break. After the break, it gave you the retest, and it stayed on that retest for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Right, and it went straight into STP. It was a beautiful trade. Right, and then over on the 30 minute, how you saw me draw it out. Right, regardless. Right, you had higher high, higher low, higher high. The market opened. It opened up with the gap. It gave you a higher low. After it gave you the higher low, it gave you on the 1 minute the change of character, the break of structure. It gave you the retest. It was a beautiful trade. Right, you're trading with the trend. You have a higher high, higher low, gave you the higher low. You look for that 1 minute change break to go back to the top side. You took the trade, STP. What more could you do? You did exactly what you needed to do. That was a really good trade. Yeah, I had to babysit it. It's all good. That happens sometimes. You know, especially gold. Gold is, I would say gold is one of those pairs, especially right now, is one of those pairs that's pretty good to trade during the Asia session as soon as the market's open, just because of how much volume has been coming in the last couple weeks, last couple months on the charts. But alright, guys, any questions? Let me know. If not, I'm gonna go shower and get ready for my day. Go take care of a few things. Gotta text E too. Text him right now, but I'm pretty sure he's sleeping. All good, brother. Thank you. No problem, Mr. Adrian. Hope you have a good rest of your day, my brother. Kendall, you good? Any questions from you, man? Anybody else in the chat? Any questions? Let me know. Alright, guys. Peace out.